I got to say.
I'm sorry.
I have been, exactly. I have been. All right.
You're on the air now.
So, thank God. All right. What pisses me off? DU, aspartame, and GMU fucking foods. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
All right, well, you don't think you've been holding for 6 hours. We opened the phones up 2 hours ago, but go ahead, James. Any more potty words? How about poo-poo?
Okay, well, yeah, my bad.
No, let's say poo-poo together.
It just angers me so much. I mean, the network, that series, you know.
I'm mad as hell, and I'm not taking it anymore. I don't know about the Russians, the inflation, and the crime in the streets. Yeah. All I know is first you've got to get mad. You've got to say I'm a human being. My life has value.
Right. I'm a human being, right?
Yes.
And that's what everybody needs to realize.
Well, since you've been holding for 18 months here, James, what's on your mind today? Do you have any questions for Richard Reeves?
Well, I figured music is what we've been talking about a lot. And what do what music has to do with waking people up? Like you have...
my favorite band is the Keebler Elves.
Yeah, you have KRS-One on. There's also some underground good stuff like 1333 The Beast and Mortal Technique. These are all...
No, I've talked to Mortal Technique. Yeah, no, I've been at events with him.
Yeah, he's a solid guy. And
he's
all
OG.
I'm saying is like, oh yeah, and you get these guys. What hits you best is in your wallet, so you need to look at Money Masters. That will wake you up.
But put it on Access TV 14 years ago, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you put on music, that hits your spirit. Money Masters hits your wallet. These are all things you need to look at to make yourself be angry and realize that Alex Jones is telling the truth, and he ain't no joke. You got DU, you got aspartame, and you got GMO foods. These are all scientifically proven things that Alex Jones is saying. Like, if everybody gives $1 and 1 million people hear Alex Jones, that's $1 million. Like, I gave $10 today.
That's awesome. And again, James,
right, let's do this.
We couldn't do it without you. You're awesome. God bless you. Let's talk to Evelyn in Ohio. You're on the air worldwide, Evelyn. Thanks for holding.
Thank you, Alex. I want to say thank you to you and your crew. You're just amazing. The Moneybomb website, excellent. I'm so excited for you.
Well, I designed it myself. That's a joke. Phil did.
It really, I'm glad I can help you. You've helped me so much with my life. And I've got to say, it was the easiest way to donate money. It took less than 60 seconds, and I was done. And I felt so great to do it. So thank you.
Thank you, Evelyn. We couldn't do it without you.
What I would like to say is this. I want listeners to know we have 3 family members. My mother and my husband's grandmother and his aunt all had that H1N1 vaccine 3 weeks ago. 2 of them are in the hospital as of today.
Oh.
They've been in there for about a week. We've been trying to wake everybody up, them included, and they just haven't. They haven't come around. But to the future, I know I can make a change with me. My choices are important. And I'm trying to get everybody I can to look at everything that they can, the GMO foods, the vaccines, the fluoride in the water, everything. And what I guess I want to ask is, to the future, we have the chance as women to potentially have children if we are able to. And if I were to have a child, I would want to have it in a non-traditional way. I wouldn't want to go to the hospital and possibly, have the baby's blood stolen and go through all that stuff. I want to do more of a midwife-like scenario scene at home. What could you say to someone like me who wants to look to something like that as an option? What challenges might be there? What could I do to, prevent, I guess, the CPS from coming in and having
Sure. What I did is, I found a doctor who was a listener and a patriot and had it at a hospital. And it's a good thing we did because my son, our firstborn, was over 10 pounds, and my wife tried for day and a half to have the baby, and they had to do cesarean with our first baby. We've got 3 lovely little angels. But the whole system isn't after you. They give them this template that parents are bad. So in a way, if you kind of act paranoid at the hospital, then they act even paranoid themselves. Just understand what they're doing and don't have a child at a big city hospital where they have a lot of welfare people coming in, because that's where they're kidnapping night and day, and they got special operatives in there, and you're probably dealing with a very serious group of criminals there. You want to have it at the up end, nice, private hospital, but there are a lot of great midwives. We got one of our crew members here that's had 3 children at home. It's 3, right? And it's been great. Women, only 150 years ago, they made women get on their backs. Women before in Africa and in Scandinavia, they'd have a birthing chair. I mean, it's gravity. It's how they have women have babies. You're not meant to have a baby on your back. And I don't want to get into all the technicals here, but, figure out gravity here. It's squatting, basically. And it goes into all those other issues, but the medical system isn't evil at the grassroots. It's just controlled and programmed. They don't know what they're doing. They're not conscious. But people say, well, why do you have children of the world so bad? I can't give up and die. Our ancestors went through hell to bring us where we're at. And we've got to continue to pass on the next genetic, wave of who we are. And resistance is victory. But we're looking at having a 4th child right now. I'll be quite frank with you. And because things are even darker and worse than ever, I think we're going to, turn loose the life force and do it. Because, that's what it's all about. I mean, you can't give in to all this. And Evelyn, it's great talking to you. And it's up to you. You've got woman's intuition, everything on your side. All your ancestors before you, all those instincts, all that is with you. The Spirit of God is with you. You make that decision, but don't be scared of having a child. Every day you drive, cars are the number 1 cause of death. Then it's cancer and heart attacks. It kills 300,000 plus people a year. We still drive. You've got a much lower statistic level of your baby being deformed or having health problems, God forbid, or the government taking your baby. And it's that act of, I'm going to have a baby, that act of, I'm living, I love this man, and we're going to, have that family. And that's what it's all about, Evelyn. And doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. Doesn't mean you're not going to worry about your children every day when they leave or when they grow up. Doesn't mean something bad isn't going to happen to them. That's part of life. But don't give in to them. And we need great patriots to have children. So if I was you, I'd have children because it's the greatest blessing in life. I don't believe you're fulfilled truly until you have children. Evelyn, God bless you.
Alex.
Anything else?
Nope, that was it. Thank you.
Thank you.
If everybody can donate just $1, I'm with the last caller and everybody else before. $1. It'll make amazing results happen for you.
Thank you so much. When you're married to a woman and you watch her go through childbirth, you just see how magic women are. It just makes you love them so much more. Richard, you got children, right?
Right. I've got one daughter. She's 25 now, and I watched her when she was born. And I tell you, if you were an atheist prior to seeing a child being born, then when you see that, there's no way. I don't think anybody could be an atheist.
No, you see God through your children.
It's just amazing.
Before the globalists program them, you really see God.
And Evelyn, I think Alex nailed it. Find that doctor that's a patriot. Find that doctor that's on board with this information, knows what's going on with the NWO, knows what's going on with the world, knows what the real political paradigm is, and that doctor is going to have the right answers and going to be able to refer you to the right people to make things happen.
And there's more and more of those doctors.
Absolutely. Every day.
Yeah, if I had my choice, it'd be at a hospital. But people that are, there's actually better statistics with midwives. It's hard for a woman in this culture to, you're at home and a woman there who's an expert and they're trying to shut that down. I think it's beautiful and good. We got to move really quick now because we got all these videos coming up. Let's talk to Max in California. You're on the air worldwide.
Hi, Alex. I'm calling from Sacramento, California. I just want to tell you a little bit why you're so successful in what you're doing. I just want to read a little quote from Jesus talking to a Pilate. When Pilate basically asked Jesus if he's the real king. This is what Jesus said. Jesus answered, "You're right in saying I am a king. In fact, for this reason I was born, and for this reason I came into the world to testify to the truth. Everyone on the side of truth listens to me, and that's why you're so successful at what you're doing, because you're telling the truth to human society, and they want to hear the truth. They're tired of being bombarded with lies and fake stuff, all this Darwinism, all the crap that the New World Order promoting. I work for a healthcare industry. I'm sure you're familiar with hospitals such as Keiser. Well, I work here in Sacramento for one of those, and I try to wake people, or I tell people about your videos. I tell people about it, all that stuff. And this is what happened. Like right now, it's a flu season, and there's two nurses 2 days ago walking around a hospital, giving all these flu shots, and they're coming to us. I was just came into work, and I was talking to my friends in the morning, kind of, socializing after morning meeting. And they came to us like, do you want to get a flu shot? Basically, they asked all of us. It was like around 10 people standing there. And I go like, are you, and I go and tell them, are you going to tell us that you're not only giving us a regular vaccine, but a vaccine combined with H1N1? And the nurse looks at me kind of weird. She goes, why are you saying all this stuff to us? I was like, because it's our right to know what you're injecting into our body, And she kind of backed out, and I told everyone, look, go research it for yourself. Look how many people got hurt from H1N1. You abandoned all those vaccinations from their healthcare industry, and we're here in America taking all it, left and right. So, everyone that stood there kind of said no to them, and it was like,
well, that's the good news, is that police, medical workers refuse the flu shot, and it's beautiful. God bless you, Max. And it's that saying no, not trusting these criminals. And then they admit that the regular H1N1 shot reduces your resistance to the seasonal flu. It was deadly dangerous. We were proven right again. Your comments on that, Richard?
Well, luckily, unfortunately, we saw back, I guess it was in 2002 or so, when they tried to force the Model States Health Emergency Act and have
smallpox shot.
Right, have all these health workers and police and everybody injected forcibly almost with these vaccinations way back then. And when we saw them turn that effort back, we saw the people within the those medical communities and law enforcement communities raise up and say not just no, but heck no.
Absolutely. I mean, the global
8 or 9 years post that, so we're looking good on that.
No. We're turning the corner.
Right.
And people need to, I get some guests on, they're so defeatist. They act like the New World Order is God. They're not God.
Well, that's just it. We had that huge victory way back then in 2002 on this vaccine issue. We had this big victory on the H1N1 here going from 2009 back in, January, February, March in 2009, when you nailed it, saying it looks like they're going to try to propagate a flu pandemic.
I said it before it happened.
Right, exactly. And so you nailed it. We exposed it. Everybody got the word out. And now look at the marketing effort. I mean, you go to Walgreens, you go to Walmart.
Go to the mall. It's just
trying to do everybody, and it's like a few people are lining up, but they sure don't have a whole lot of people queuing up like an ACL event, lining up to see some big band or anything like that. It's just minorities of numbers that are still just buying into the...
They had record low numbers take both flu shots, regular, seasonal, and
awesome.
H1N1 last year. I mean, folks, the awakening's happening, and that's why Infowars.com is so important, and the Infowars.com Moneybomb. You can donate all tonight and tomorrow. We're less than $200,000 away. I want to commend everybody for what they've been doing. 888-253-3139 is the number to call and donate. 888-253-3139, and continue to support the Money Bomb by also spreading the word on Twitter, Facebook, MySpace, the web, your email list. Tell folks this live transmission is ongoing. And we're into hour number 15, right? Hour number 15, but hey, don't worry. We've got another 5, 6 hours, 11 hours left. So, hey, we've got a long way to go and a short time to get there.
There we go. All right.
What's that song we played when we were driving around the building?
Down.
Eastbound and down, loaded up and trucking. We're going to do what they say can't be done.
I'm sure that's very bad.
Old Smokey's got his ears on, and he's hot on your trail. And he ain't going to rest till you're in jail. So you got to duck him, you got to dodge him. You got to keep that diesel trucking. So drop that hammer down and give him hell.
Every time I hear that, one of your bumper songs, and I hear you sometimes sing the words like you do now, it always reminds me of that trip to Virginia and Washington, D.C. for the Bilderberg meeting back in 2008.
We had secret police following us and troops and everything, and we were laughing at them playing Eastbound and Down.
Exactly. So we'll probably go out in a blaze of glory playing.
Old Smokey's got his ears on, and he's hot on Richard's tail, and he ain't